Civilization is a fragile thing. It is built on trust. It is built on weather we can predict. It is built on the sea staying where it is. We believe these things are permanent. They are not. If our world drifted just a little closer to the sun, everything we have built would begin to unravel. The systems that feed us, that give us water, that keep the lights on, they would all fray. The collapse would be slow, quiet, the end of things as we know them. The physics are simple. The sun's energy spreads out through space. The closer you are to the source, the more energy you receive. It is like standing near a campfire. A step closer brings much more heat. Moving Earth 10% closer does not just add 10% more energy. The effect is stronger, about 21% more sunlight. That much extra light, that much extra heat, would pour down every second. The new energy would not be even. The equator would bear the brunt, but the entire globe would feel the change. Scientists estimate a rise of about 15 degrees Celsius, nearly 30 Fahrenheit. Not an afternoon's heat, a permanent shift. Winters fade, summers become survival. The first clear sign, ice. Ancient sheets surrender, glaciers retreat, then vanish. To understand the warming, we must understand the greenhouse effect. It is not complicated. Our planet has an atmosphere, a thin layer of gases. These gases act like a blanket. Sunlight warms the surface. The Earth radiates heat outward. Some is trapped by the blanket. This is natural. It keeps our world warm enough for life. Without it, we would be a frozen rock. Key gases, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. Add more sunlight, the land warms, the oceans warm, more water evaporates. Water vapor is powerful. The blanket thickens. A thicker blanket traps more heat, which drives more evaporation. A feedback loop. The escape valve closes. Pressure builds. We are already thickening the blanket with CO2, but 21% more sunlight overwhelms the system. The feedback loops do not stop with water vapor. Ice makes another. Bright ice reflects sunlight, the albedo effect, helping keep the planet cool. As ice disappears, darker surfaces appear. Darkness absorbs more energy, turning it into heat. More heat melts more ice. The loop feeds itself. The oceans, our great heat sink, have absorbed over 90% of excess heat. Warmer water holds less oxygen and less carbon dioxide. Marine life suffocates. A vital carbon buffer fails. In extreme heat, oceans begin to steam at the surface. Humidity becomes unbearable. A moist greenhouse. Water reaches the stratosphere, splits, and hydrogen escapes to space. To see a runaway greenhouse, we do not need imagination. We only need to look at our celestial neighbor, Venus. Similar in size and mass, our sister planet on a different path. Today, Venus is a hellscape, over 460 Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. Its pressure is 90 times Earth's, enough to crush a submarine. It may once have had oceans. Closer to the sun, feedbacks took hold. The seas boiled away. Now its air is nearly pure carbon dioxide, cloaked in sulfuric acid clouds, trapping relentless heat. A 10% shift would not make Earth-Venus overnight. Our distance and air differ. But it would start us down that path, a one-way trip with no return. Human society is a complex machine, countless systems in harmony. We rely on agriculture, water, energy, and trade, all designed for a gentler climate. A broken climate shatters those assumptions. The machine begins to fail, piece by piece. A 15-degree rise ends staple crops, wheat, corn, rice. New deserts spread. Some drown in floods, others dry into silence. The food supply collapses. Famine becomes global. Glaciers vanish. Rivers fade. Aquifers empty. Competition for water turns fierce. Nations contest rivers. Grids fail under heat and demand. Lines buckle. Ports drown. Roads and rails are torn by floods or twisted by heat. Without power, transport, or communication, cities empty. People leave. A great migration. From space, our world would look different. White caps gone, dark oceans spread. Greens fade to brown. Great churning storms grow larger, more violent. The sun dominates, and it has a temper. Solar flares, coronal mass ejections. 10% closer, solar storms strike harder. Shields can be overwhelmed. A major storm could strip upper air, kill satellites, and black out continents. In the heat, rebuilding falters. Famine, flood, and failure. Life flees to poles and mountains. Humans, if we endure, survive as a remnant. We tell stories of a blue-green paradise, lost to the uncaring fire in the sky. Look up at the night sky. The stars are distant and cold. The universe is vast. The universe is silent. The universe is old. In all that emptiness, our world is a rare and precious thing, a tiny island of warmth, a tiny island of life. We exist on a razor's edge, the Goldilocks region, where things are just right. A little closer, we burn. A little farther, we freeze. This is not a prediction. It is a thought experiment, a reminder. Physics are supreme. They do not negotiate. They do not care about our hopes or our dreams or our civilizations. They simply are. The universe does not owe us survival. If we vanished, the sun would still burn. The planets would still turn. The galaxy would still spin. This should not breed despair, but humility and awe. We are temporary custodians of a miracle. We cannot change our orbit, but we are changing our planet. We are thickening the blanket. We are warming the oceans. We are melting the ice. The universe may be indifferent, but we are not. We can understand the physics. We can choose a different path. Our fate, for now, is in our own hands.